Having a disturbing thought does not mean you secretly want it. And I genuinely think this misunderstanding has stolen so much peace from so many people. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful souls. Today I want to talk about intrusive thoughts, waswas, and something that I wish more people understood, especially Muslims who are silently struggling with anxiety, OCD, or fear based overthinking. Because I know there are people watching this video who have had a thought enter their mind and immediately felt terrified by it. Not necessarily because of the thought itself, but because of what they believed the thought meant about them. You have a disturbing thought, and suddenly you are questioning your entire character. You are wondering whether you are a bad person, whether your iman is weak, whether Allah is angry with you, whether this thought reflects some hidden desire inside you. And before you even know it, you have spent hours analyzing something that appeared in your mind for a few seconds. The first thing I want you to understand is that a thought and an intention are not the same thing. Your brain produces thousands of thoughts every day. Some are meaningful, some are random, some are completely irrelevant. The existence of a thought alone does not tell us what kind of person you are. But anxious minds struggle with uncertainty. So instead of letting the thought pass, they start investigating it. What does this mean about me? Why would I think this? Did I choose this thought? Did I like it? And the more questions you ask, the more trapped you become. What's interesting is that intrusive thoughts usually attack the things that matter most to you. If someone deeply values their faith, their intrusive thoughts often target religion. If someone deeply loves their family, the thoughts may involve their family. If someone cares deeply about morality, the thoughts often become immoral or inappropriate. The brain doesn't always target your desires. Sometimes it targets your fears. And that's why so many people get confused. The fact that a thought causes so much distress can actually tell us that it goes against the person's values rather than reflecting them. I have seen people spend months feeling guilty over thoughts they never wanted, never agreed with, never intended to act upon. They become scared of their own minds. They keep checking themselves, analyzing their intentions, seeking reassurance, making sure they are still a good person. But reassurance only helps for a few moments. Then the doubt comes back. And that's because anxiety isn't looking for an answer. Anxiety is looking for certainty. Unfortunately, certainty is something the human mind can never fully achieve. This is also where waswas can become exhausting because waswas often thrives on uncertainty. It keeps asking, but what if? Even when you have already answered the question 10 times before. And many people don't realize they are no longer responding to the original thought. They are responding to the fear that the thought created. One thing I always find sad is that some of the people who suffer the most from intrusive thoughts are actually incredibly sincere people. They care deeply about pleasing Allah. They care deeply about doing the right thing. They monitor themselves constantly because they are scared of falling into sin. And unfortunately, that fear can sometimes make them doubt themselves more than necessary. So, if you're watching this and you have been carrying shame because of disturbing thoughts, I want you to hear this carefully. A thought is not automatically a reflection of your character. A thought is not automatically a sin. A thought is not automatically an intention. And having an intrusive thought does not mean you secretly want it. Allah knows the difference between a whisper that entered your mind and a choice that you intentionally made. And I think that's something many anxious people need to remind themselves of more often. Healing doesn't always start when the thoughts disappear. Sometimes healing starts when you stop treating every thought as evidence against yourself. Because your thoughts are not the judge of who you are, your choices are. And that's a very important difference. And honestly, if you're listening to this video and thinking, this is exactly what happens to me, then please know that you don't have to figure this out alone. Sometimes watching videos helps us understand what's happening, but understanding and actually healing are two different things. I have worked with people who knew what intrusive thoughts were. They knew what OCD was. They knew reassurance seeking was making things worse. They understood everything intellectually, but they still felt stuck because knowing something and learning how to respond differently are not the same thing. If these thoughts have made you afraid of your own mind, then I want you to know that this is something we can work through together. If you feel like these struggles are affecting your peace, your relationship with Allah, your daily functioning, your relationships, or simply leaving you mentally exhausted all the time, then you are welcome to reach out for a one on one online psychotherapy session with me. And before booking a full session, I also offer a free 15-minute discovery call. Not because I want you to book immediately, but because I genuinely believe you should feel comfortable, heard, and supported before deciding whether working together is the right fit for you. So, if you have been silently carrying this burden for a long time, maybe this is your sign to stop carrying it alone. You'll find the details for the free discovery call, my one on one sessions, and the homecoming circle in the description below. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like deeper videos on religious OCD, reassurance seeking, fear of sin, compulsions, anxiety cycles, and overthinking from both a psychological and Islamic perspective, let me know as well. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of your beautiful souls. Assalamu alaikum.